Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to Geeks and Rebels. This is Brian, and I'm here with my newest co-host who graciously got us these amazing mics. Evil Monkey himself is Danny. So, how you doing,
What's
Danny?
going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can't wait till we get into a little bit of what we're about to talk about.
So, what is the first thing you want to talk about? Because I know usually I ask, but as co-host, you can.
There's actually been a few premieres this week, and then I think we should definitely get into them, like One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
That
Yes.
is one of them that I wanted to get into. And
Was
then, holy crap, there was a lot. I did not watch any of the Game of Thrones yet. So
Yeah, no, me neither. So you guys don't have to worry about Game of Thrones spoilers.
probably next week. We'll get into that next week.
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
And then we can talk about like My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, we are.
Definitely.
We talk about My Hero Academia in literally every.
That's a lot of something that you should definitely talk about.
Oh yeah, because he's now catching up. There's another anime.
I finished it. Like I finished the whole thing. I'm like a binge watcher, so I'll finish that. That's done. That's like check marked off my queue.
For me, I think one of the newer series for me is that I'm really enjoying is The Rising of the Shield Hero. Have you ever seen like any trailers or anything like that for or like Crunchyroll?
Oh, I haven't. Like I lost my Crunchyroll due to the fact that Crunchyroll had put like the premiere Crunchyroll, so like that's gone. So anything Hulu related, that's pretty much me right now.
See, The Rise of the Shield Hero is really good because it's like the main character has like a little shield power, and the Shield Hero in that world, when he gets teleported to it, like is apparently treated like such garbage, and he didn't know that. So like he gets there, and he's all happy-go-lucky, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna save the world. We're gonna do all this together." And like they get to the point where like they get like people can choose who they want to join because there's him, that's the shield hero, the main character, then there's a sword hero, a spirit hero, and a bow hero, and all the other heroes but him get like a huge group of people to follow him, and he just has like no one, and then like the princess of the kingdom decides, "Oh, okay, I will join you," and then. Like they're doing like after he does like a little bit of training, he's thinking like this world's great. I'm gonna do great. I'm gonna help these people out and whatnot. And then like he goes to sleep, and like he wakes up and he gets arrested by like the guards. And like apparently like the king's daughter lied and said that he raped her.
Oh god.
And like so like he just
another rape case.
Yeah.
Another rape case. Everyone.
he becomes so embittered by that entire like ordeal because they treat him like crap. They give him like less than half the money he's owed.
Oh.
And then like they take away all of his stuff like he earned and whatnot, and then like spread out like a bunch of lies about him. And he just hates the world. So he gets like instead of like trying to tell people his innocence, he just like kind of embraces whatever these lies are. Like people are afraid of him now. Like he lied. Like he has a slave girl, but he doesn't treat her like a slave. But he got her from like a slave trader.
What?
And like she's like he got her because she was sick and he didn't want her to die because the guy was going to get rid of her anyway.
Yeah.
So he got her, he healed her up, and she's actually quite powerful. She's really strong. She actually has a pretty good.
Some side characters. The side characters are powerful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sleep on the side character.
Sorry if you guys see me like sneeze or sniffle. My allergies have kicked in.
Yeah, it's that time of it's the worst time of the season.
I hate this part of the season because.
I know she was coming upstairs.
It's the worst part of the season because it's like right when spring starts is when all the allergies instead of like happening like over time, it all hits me at once.
It's just like, welcome, we're gonna rape your nose. Another rape case right there.
I'm calling police. They're gonna probably tell me I deserved it.
Pollen rape.
The pollen's gonna get out after like 6 months of jail.
So we should definitely get into One Punch. I think.
Oh, you definitely want to get into One Punch Man.
I think as far as One Punch goes, like first season was pretty crazy.
So before we start, spoiler alert: if you haven't watched One Punch Man, One Punch Man season 2, it showed us King.
Yeah,
King, and I remember hearing about him, and I read a little bit, but I'll read One Punch Man here or there. I prefer watching the anime over reading it. And King has like that King engine where it's like you hear like a bump and like people get scared and it's just him. He's scared the entire time. Everybody's just so scared of him, but he's actually scared more than everyone else.
Yeah, I think One Punch Man kind of in the first season kind of starts giving you clues of future bad guys that should be coming in.
Yeah.
And then you get to see Who's that like silver haired dude, old dude that like caught the bead of the alien and then broke it with his like fingers?
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember. I can't remember most of their names, honestly.
But yeah, it's like you watch it last year and then you bring it back. It's just like, oh man, I gotta rewatch.
Yeah, you gotta bring like if you know the guy's name, comment.
Yeah, just throw a comment if you know silver old dude hair guy who knows like extreme kung fu.
I always like the dude with the baseball bat.
That guy, yo, that's cool because it's like Japanese gangster. Like I'm gonna go around looking tough, and like that's
He's
pretty
actually
cool.
a hero the entire time.
Yeah.
It's like he reminds me of Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho. If you ever
I'm watching that again. I'm watching that, and I watched it when I was like in middle school on Toonami.
I don't know why he. Actually, I do know why. It's just the way he's dressed reminds me of Yusuke, but his hair and his pompadour reminds me of Kuwabara.
Kuwabara,
and the fact that he's got like a sword, and Kuwabara like a flame sword, he's doing like a baseball bat. They're basically the two of them
like
combined.
Kuwabara had like the best ever like scenes in an anime was because he would like inspire you.
Well, yeah, Kuwabara because he was such a like he kind of came off. He was like a massive loser.
Yeah,
he's kind of sucked when he started, and then he kind of like it felt like he was winning by luck, and then it started to gradually actually become skill. When with like with Yusuke, he was just like main character bullshit.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm gonna kick your ass, even though I'm getting my ass kicked 7 times over.
Like, I'm gonna get my main character power up, and then like I'm gonna win.
He's like the dude that like you can beat him up too much, and then that one hit to the nose will knock you out. It's just like I'm gonna get hit in the face.
Speaking of one hit, it's like Saitama followed King outside the bathroom. King was sitting in the bathroom.
King, I swear to fucking God, if you don't freaking train, I'm gonna break my own TV.
You saw how he looked like before he even became a hero. He was like he got slashed in the face, and that's how he got the 3 scars. But he was scrawny.
He was in Saitama's like shadow.
He literally all the time that Saitama did everything, he just was there.
Yeah, and I was just like, holy crap, dude! I was like, is that how you became like
the number 4 or number 7 hero? Yeah, 2, and like he just became that high up. Only due to the fact that Saitama, he was getting all of his praise, and no one will believe Saitama because of the way he looks.
One of the funniest things is like they bring all the bad guys into this like little room, downstairs room, and then they're telling them, if we have another demon class attack or some sort of like class attack, we're gonna need your bad guys help to do something against it. And you're just sitting there like, you're gonna ask bad guys to help the good guys.
You got 4 good guys in there in a room full of villains who are like there's like a couple like S-class villains in there.
Yeah,
like what's his name? Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
He was in there.
He was in there. He was pissed off. He was like, "Where's Saitama? I want to fight him."
You know, he's still feeling the effects of Saitama's like bump punch.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a punch. He didn't even move his fist. He just dropped right in there.
He just still counted.
It's just like, boom, we're done with this. I'm gone.
Genos, I love Genos a lot because he's such a cool character. But man,
did you see that first fight was amazing? Like the animation with it, just like that huge ass lava like blast that he put onto the whatever cyborg was just amazing. Yeah. I like that part.
The animation for like the newer like anything that people are really going to enjoy, their animation style gets really good. Like Black Clover didn't start off all that great, but then it ends up like getting like really great action scenes. Like when you watch it, like you haven't watched it yet, but like when you do, once you get past episode 6, because it starts off like with some weird beginning filler, which doesn't really make sense. But like once you get past episode 6, it gets like you can see the art like kind of like iffy a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it gets a lot better. And it gets a hell of a lot better.
That right there, like this. And then the changeover how anime has been going towards like they're just animation is getting ridiculously better.
Yeah, like well, I think I can't remember what company it is, but a lot of people are attributing like all the action when things explode instead of just coming up as like rocks and stuff flying around or just kind of just like blowing around everywhere. They use blocks, like they'll have like broken pieces. So instead of like a little ball or like a piece of rock just flying around, it turns to like little bricks. Like I think Naruto started it. and then they did.
That was cool because I remember Naruto when the first hand-to-hand combat scene where it was like Kakashi with Azuma's like old team where before he died. Like you see Kakashi Sensei just start freaking balling fists at this one dude that had like hair shit that was going on.
See, for me,
that was a cool freaking fight though.
See, yeah, it was. But for me, I think Naruto probably has the best hand-to-hand combat fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say like, no, it's Dragon Ball, but you don't really see much in Dragon Ball. So people just constantly.
Yeah, like the only real, I think what you give Dragon Ball like a real hand-to-hand fighting, I would say it would have been like the recent prelims to the Tournament of Power where Toppo and Goku were like really going at it.
Yeah,
and then giving Vegeta his praise, for defeating Toppo. That was a really great scene as well from there to the end.
Like I know a lot of people. There's way too many Vegeta fans.
Yeah, I was there.
I don't have
Vegeta
anything really against Vegeta. It's just the fans get super like defensive about him. Like
yeah, and I even have theories about like Dragon Ball Super as well. It's like Vegeta's like the guy who is like the warrior, and he's going about the warrior ways of the sand, getting up there.
Yeah,
and then like Goku would be like their scholar monk.
Yeah.
And then obviously Broly would be the berserker.
Yeah, he would be the guy that like kind of just shows up and beats all these other schools.
Yeah, he's getting angry.
He's like that kung fu guy who beat all the other schools and comes to your school, and you're like,
it's just like, I have defeated you.
He's like, you're not gonna come over here to fight me. You won't beat me here. And he really just shows up swole. Just you think I won't?
I have a 6-pack on my bicep. I was like that does not get defeated.
And then he gets defeated. After a long hour for Frieza. Frieza got no.
God.
He got an hour and plus. Like everybody just attributed it to just a 1 hour after.
Frieza should have just had a saddle because he just got rode so much.
During that.
So much. Nakiri Toriyama, he just rode that Frieza character. But he's that character that you hate so much. Because in the beginning, you watched him do so many terrible things to the other character. Just like, payback time. It's payback time.
I could never be friends with a dude. Like, he blew up, like a whole goddamn race.
You blew up my favorite Namek. You blew up my favorite planet.
Like, have you seen the Dragon Ball Super movie with Broly?
I have. I've watched glimpses of it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I need to catch up. I catch up a lot.
That movie is like, I don't think it could be spoiled because everybody who's an anime fan has to have seen it. So like there's a whole scene where Goku and Vegeta leave to go learn a fusion dance. And Frieza and then like he leads, like Goku leads Broly to Frieza, takes Vegeta, disappears, and lets Broly just beat on his ass for like an hour because they were trying to learn the dance. And it's not just like, oh, they're learning. It's first they gotta learn the dance, so that takes time. That's about like maybe 30 minutes or something like that of your time. And then they're messing up on the dances, so they gotta wait 30 whole minutes. They failed twice. They gotta wait 30 whole minutes each time before they can do the dance again. So they gotta do the dance.
Timeline there right now that you just told me is insane.
Yeah, that's insane. It's a constant ass whooping for free. He did not get that one.
Somebody's face cannot constantly keep that fist, that humongous boulder that Broly has on his freaking hand, to get pounded into rocks. Like, that hurts.
It was such. It's funny too because he kind of you don't feel bad for Frieza because he did this. He killed Broly's dad, and so Broly went crazy and kind of went Super Saiyan. And so when he did that, and then Goku and Vegeta just like took off, he kind of like, that's kind of karma.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for Frieza, but at the same time, it's just like, damn, bro, you shouldn't have got beat that bad. It's just like you're getting beat bad. You're getting beat bad. Like, are you okay?
It's like everybody's like, the Dragon Ball movie, Super movie was great, but does everybody remember when Frieza got his cheeks busted in for a whole hour?
I feel like at that point, Dragon Ball Z Abridged should have popped up and said, Sensu Bean! Just threw a Sensu Bean.
I bet you Broly would catch it and eat it.
He probably would. No, I need more energy.
Frieza was
like, somebody was in the corner for Broly's side, giving him Gatorade and a power bar just to continuously keep beating on Frieza. That was the whole They were wiping his sweat off too.
It was funny too because after in the movie, they found Frieza's ship found where Broly was at, because it was Broly, that one girl that everybody seems to have a crush on, that likes that thinks like she's hot, and then that girl's friend or the pilot or whatever in the ship went back to the planet Broly was on before they found him. They were getting the movie. All right, so sorry about that, everybody. We had to take a brief 3-hour intermission. And I believe we were talking about One Punch Man. How do you want to do this? You want to talk real quick?
Well, you know what? We did stop, and we did get into like a brief little like rant and array of One Punch Man. But I think like really One Punch Man as a whole, we should talk about as like a hero's journey, where he kind of doesn't get recognized, and at the same point, he doesn't want the recognition, but in his back of his mind, he does want it. So there's like a quarrel between being recognized and not being recognized. And
he just wants to do it for fun. But he wants to be recognized for doing it.
He's like, I still want the billboards and the toys and everything.
But I don't want all the hard. I want all the. I want hard work. He wants somebody to challenge him.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why I think Saitama is really like Saitama. But that's why I think he's really kind of like one of those iconic Japanese anime heroes, because he's not trying to press, but he's only pressing for the strongest person to fight him.
See, I think I was about to say it before we were momentarily interrupted. I was going to say something
momentarily, like 3 momentarily hours later.
I was thinking about Genos and how he is such a badass, but his main gimmick is to look cool, but then get his ass off.
Yeah, like Genos doesn't want to be like the badass, but he ends up becoming badass, and everybody's like the fangirls and the fanboys of him.
Yeah, so like everybody wants to like cosplay. He's a hard cosplay. I've seen somebody do some really dope cosplay where he's like, it looks like Genos. He even has the mechanical arms that like smoke come out of there. And I was like, yo, that was dope. Like,
that's a lot of fucking money.
That is a lot of
money.
Like,
how much dry ice you had to put in your arms beforehand?
Yeah, it's like that. And then it lights up too. So there's like the
that's stuff. Pretty cool. Yeah, you see, I can't. No. I wouldn't be able. I'll probably be able to do Fat Bastard powers.
No, you can do
carrying the bagpipe. He's like, I eat to be happy. I'm happy. I'm sad, but I'm eating. But I don't know.
You can be anybody, honestly, because Julianne will tell you. She will get on you. She gets on me when I do it too. When you talk about man, I want to do like character representation correctly. Like I don't want to do like Black Naruto. Like for me, I've seen a lot of people do it, but I feel like it doesn't really.
That would be actually pretty cool. Like a Sasuke. You'd probably be a Sasuke.
I'm a fan of Sasuke, so I could.
Yeah, you could do a Sasuke.
That's like Sasuke.
Practically do any character.
Yeah, like I want to do. Have you seen Bleach?
Yeah.
You know the black guy to Kaname, the blind,
dude that does a little.
And it's like makes like the little black dome.
Yeah.
I wanted to cosplay him, but like I was thinking like I would need like a wig that's like dreads, because I don't want to grow out dreads. I hate having long hair in general. So I was like,
well, you can do like what they usually do, like hair extensions.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like how long you got to sit in the chair for.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. That's why I said to get a wig.
Yeah. I mean, you want to think cost effective.
Yeah.
And I agree with you 100%. It's like sometimes you don't want to spend too much on a cosplay, but you do want to do it for the fandom. So you got to do something that's in your price range.
Yeah. That's why honestly one of my favorite characters is Rorschach. So but he's easy as hell to do.
Yeah. Let me grab the first goddamn like sock I can find and throw some ink on it. It's like Joseph Pollock.
Just do that and I think my grandfather has like a trench coat. That's like Rorschach, but I don't know. He'll even let me borrow it. But I swear I've seen it. I might just
I'm gonna tell you, trench coats are freaking pricey.
Yeah, I know.
They're so pricey.
But his was not really it's like a. Is it
like a pea coat?
It's a pea coat.
It's like a pea coat.
But it's like for like rain and stuff. Like his entire ensemble is literally just whatever he found in his closet plus mask.
And it's like one of those like 1980s,
Yeah,
like not 1980s detective stuff.
Yeah, like who would call him like Private Eyes or
yeah.
He looks like he does like a Private
He's like,
Eye.
hey, she. Hey, she, you got my gal.
Every time I see him, I think of like Fallout 4 because it's or just the Fallout series in general because it was like the style back then before they got
like that 50s,
Yeah.
60s era kind of stuff. Yeah,
you get
I think Rorschach. Let's talk about the Watchmen again. Like last week we were talking about it. Just that's a crazy adaptation of the story as well. Is just who really happens to be the bad guy and when there's just peacetime.
Yeah, well, I mean that's because somebody will find some way to be.
Someone like bad people turning bad is gonna happen even when there's peace or not.
Now, I want to redo my Aqualad because I did Aqualad from Young Justice, and like it was kind of like
he looked pretty tough from Young Justice.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty cool.
I want to do the Aqualad and the new Young Justice, the Young Justice Outsiders, the new series that just came out because he becomes Aquaman because Aquaman retires from being Aquaman. And he stays
like I'm too old for this.
No, he wants to stay as king because he wants to do his King of Atlantis duties over here.
Okay.
So Aqualad being as he was an apprentice became the new Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
So he still kind of looks like Aqualad, except he's got Aquaman's colors.
I always imagine the SpongeBob. Who is it?
Mermaid Man and
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy was like my adaptation of what Aquaman and Aqualad would be.
that was like their joke on a joke of a character until they made Aquaman cool, and then like Aquaman and Aqualad, who is now Aquaman, he looks like such a badass. I want to cosplay that version of Aquaman. Aquaman. Screw it, I'm just gonna call him Aquaman now because he's Aquaman in Young Justice Outsiders. But because it's like they haven't grown up. Like it starts off when they're like teenagers, then like these years keep going by. I think it's been probably 8 years since the first episode of Young Justice, and Robin becomes Nightwing, and at that point, I think he was Batman for a little bit. No, they're using the Nightwing where he's like undercover more, like this one from the Spiral. They're using they are just bringing out like newer characters. They have Static in there from Static Shock, but.
So what anime character do you want to cosplay instead of doing heroes? Like where do you want to branch off to in anime? Outside of like doing DC or Marvel heroes of cosplay, what would you be able to branch off to in an anime cosplay if you're really thinking about it?
Well, for me, anime. I could do Kilik from Soul Eater. He's a black character, but he has like cornrows, dread type deal. But like. If I wanted to choose like anybody from any anime, I'd probably try to do maybe Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins, because I mean I am planning on getting his tattoo anyways. So there's
that's something we've been talking about on the
DL.
You know what I'm saying?
I do want to also cosplay. I just had him too, and like I lost it. Like that brief second that we just spoke about.
It's just like when you have it on the tip of your head, it's like,
it's frack. What was it? I just had it. I keep thinking it's like Naruto character. Oh, it wasn't Naruto character. It was Darui. He's from.
He was like the octopus.
No, he was the apprentice of the Raikage at the time. He's the current Raikage in Boruto.
Yeah.
He was cool. I liked him because when I was playing the Storm games, I would use him when I'm not using Sasuke.
That's pretty freaking tough, dude. Like all those Naruto characters. I wonder if like one day like they seriously do like a huge ass Naruto like world cosplay where like every single person at a convention has to play. They'll find you a fucking person.
I think they do that. Maybe in Japan they might actually have like a Naruto con or something. I can't.
That's pretty crazy.
If they do
that is pretty crazy.
Like I would love to do like a con as an Akatsuki member.
Yeah, with what?
I'd probably.
You should. I was about to tell you like you should be the fucking shark dude.
Kisame. It's Kisame.
Yeah. You'd be cool. Dude.
I was thinking of doing Toby, who was actually just like Madara.
Oh yeah, dude, you could definitely pull that off. Like that's not that's not bad at all because definitely everybody likes wearing a mask every once in a while.
And then all I have to do is get like a weird fuzz thing for my hair.
Yeah.
And then have
like wigs don't cost much. The
No,
mask
yeah.
won't cost much. I don't know how much the Akatsuki freaking
road
coat.
cost. It probably
Yeah.
cost, depending on where you get it from. Like if I get it from like Wish or something,
Yeah.
it might be like super cheap.
Yeah, I mean you're good.
But a lot of people say anything on Wish is like you get when it comes to clothing at least you get what you pay for. So
Yeah.
you get something for like $10.
Buy like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Buy like 3 of them.
Buy,
They're
like,
good.
You probably good. Just get like I bet you like one like the flower. There's supposed to be clouds, and they'll give me like a flower or something.
They're gonna get you. They're gonna rip you off. It's like yeah. Letter's gonna be in there like yeah. F you.
So if you're calling a Kotsky, it's like a commie.
So, I actually want to get into this. Have you watched The Punisher?
I have watched Punisher. I've watched every single Marvel series they've had on Netflix.
What do you think about how they like taking some of them off of there?
They took them all off. So yeah, they've taken them all off.
They took off the Daredevil too.
Yeah, he was one of the first to go.
Sons of bitches.
They took off Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Punisher, Jessica Jones. That was like they really had me with the end of Iron Fist season 2 because I was like, oh man, he doesn't have his Iron Fist power anymore. And then he ends up like learning somehow at the end credits that he could still do his Iron Fist powers again. I want to know how he got his powers back. And they're like, oh no, canceled. It's left open to interpretation. The same thing with Luke Cage. He ended up turning into not really the bad guy, but he came out like the bad guy at the end of his series because he took over the club that he was like fucking hated, and like
that's what I don't understand. I was like, why dip into the Marvel bucket and stop?
Like Netflix was dumb for that, honestly.
That's like first of all, Punisher. Like if I was gonna talk to you about that, I want to talk to you about how they did the Billy Russo character.
Oh yeah,
like did you like him?
I kind of did, but he didn't look too disfigured to me.
I mean, like, first of all, oh, cat scratch here, cat scratch there.
It's like, oh, I got one.
Like, bro, in the freaking end of the season, you had your face smashed into a freaking mirror. You were a bloody mess. How that? What?
You got curb stomped into the.
I was like, you must have took some skin from your ass cheeks and put them onto your face.
Like, he didn't look less as like he still kind of looked the same.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he really. It looked like he had like a scar here and a scar here, and it was like, oh no, my face.
But I really I enjoyed watching him like really deep in his claws into the Punisher as far as like him trying to get back to where he was at.
Actually,
but I really should have said this as like the Punisher should have said to him that you weren't a soldier anymore, that you were more of a mercenary or a gangster.
I think he did at one point.
I think
he did that. I think he did tell him that. Oh,
I gotta watch it again.
I think because he ended up like because even he was trying to tell Frank that he's no longer a soldier. They're not at war. He's like, what do you think I'm doing in the streets?
Yeah,
I'm at war in the streets.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, like most of it was like really about mercenaries kind of just killing each other off.
The only thing I didn't really care for in the Netflix series is they didn't really have them wear their costumes in any of them outside Jessica Jones.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
Outside Jessica Jones, she was old because her costume is her regular attire. She doesn't give a shit. Luke Cage kind of was the same with the yellow, but they gave him like a hoodie because Trayvon Martin and they black people should be bulletproof when they're trying to convey with the hoodie thing. But Daredevil, he got his suit at the end near the end of the first season. And then the second season, he barely wore it because somebody had his suit. Was it the third season? Was there 3 seasons of Daredevil or was there 2? Oh, yeah, there was 3.
There was 3.
Because the first one was about Kingpin, the second one was about Punisher, and the third one was about...
I really loved the Daredevil series. I'm not going to lie to you.
He still never really wore his Daredevil costume, even in season 2. When he had
it. He was on Marco Polo. I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude.
I love seeing them in their costumes, and it didn't make sense that Bullseye. That's who it was for Thursday.
Oh, Bullseye.
Bullseye. He was cool, but then again,
Colin Farrell.
I didn't like that he that they basically made him so that he didn't have to wear the costume all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Had somebody else wear the costume as a villain, so that I can't wear my costume because somebody wore my costume to kill people. I thought that was dumb.
Yeah, because they kind of they were saying. that they were going to continue with the Punisher, and they were going to leave the Daredevil with Netflix, and the Punisher were going to stay with Netflix, but like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones were going to go,
and Iron Fist.
So those three were going to leave. So I didn't think they were going to actually take everything.
A lot of people didn't like Iron Fist because his acting wasn't
up to par. Yeah,
yeah. I was like
he had a Steven.
And then the fact that he kept telling that he's the Iron Fist, like, well, he is the Iron Fist.
He had Steven. He had like a little Stephen Amell going.
Stephen Amell.
Yeah,
so Stephen Amell, he's a good actor. So.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, you're disrespecting the Green Arrow.
I am disrespecting the Green Arrow. I shouldn't say it. But at a point, like there was some weirdness where he would. I don't understand. Like he would want to rush into action. Like there was no ever. Like, yo, you gotta do some investigation or something.
That's what I thought they should have did with because when they did this crossover with him when he showed up in Luke Cage season 2 and they were doing like a pseudo heroes for hire thing when they were beating up people together and it was just like I was just like enjoying it. I got dumbest nerd face on I was like
yeah,
and like it was such a good scene to see them together and then like he was the one giving Luke advice on how to be a person or a hero. And
he's like, listen here, man.
But like a lot of people do, like in the kung fu, like Daredevil's kung fu, whoever did the fight coordination for that should have been the same person. I don't know if it was or not, but it should have been the same. It should have been the same for Iron Fist or even better.
There is some mix up right there because there was like some sort of like weird.
Because Daredevil, as great as a martial artist as he is, he's not a better. Iron Fist is the greatest martial artist on their planet. At least I believe he is so far. Because I mean, he trained Spider-Man to learn how to use his abilities better when he lost his spider sense, and he taught him how to use the fighting style he uses now called the Way of the Spider. And
do you think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna prize those characters back onto the movies at least?
Probably not, because I from what I hear, they're doing a Disney Plus thing, and they already have like a whole group of people that they're already doing movie or TV shows.
Oh my God, freaking Disney, bro!
Disney. Well, you hear the pricing for Disney? The new Disney Plus channel thing. It's like $7.
Yeah, they're not getting me to buy nothing.
Oh, they're gonna come out with a Falcon and what's his name? And Winter Soldier TV series. They're coming out with a Ronin TV series.
Oh, dude!
They're coming out with a Black Widow, I believe.
Oh man, definitely gonna have to. We're gonna definitely find somebody that has a Disney and take over their couch. Take over their couch.
They're doing a whole bunch of stuff, and like I haven't heard too much outside of those couple like series that are coming out with. But if they're gonna do it like with those characters, hopefully they don't try to pull like what they did with Titans, trying to make them super edgy.
Oh yeah,
because like I like Titans was pretty good when it came to like the story and stuff, but they made Nightwing like such a baby, and I was not Nightwing. He wasn't even Nightwing yet. He was Robin. He was whining half the time.
I mean, shoot.
Like, and he was super edgy. He was like, I don't want to be like Batman. It's like, well, Nightwing was still happy-go-lucky even when he was beating people up in crime. Like, even after the fact that he like punched the crap out of Batman and left. Like, it didn't make sense that he was sitting there just like brooding half the time. Like, Nightwing doesn't really brood.
Yeah, there's like a personality clash between characters, I think, right now. Where it's just like you got to stick to the script. Don't go off the reservation, I guess.
A lot of people were upset about Starfire's appearance, and like I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the few people. Like, I don't care if she was black. There's like a lot of people are like, oh, she's black. Well, she can't be black. I don't care if she's black. However, she should have been orange. I've seen a cosplayer girl who has the same skin tone as her still make her skin orange. And she is a cosplayer. She does not have the money budget that a whole TV company has. And she still look more
She's
Starfire.
like, let me hit the tan booth for like 30 hours.
She just used body paint. And she
really?
Yeah, and that was it. And she did that. And I was like, if she can make herself look more like Starfire, how come a whole company couldn't do that?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't.
They're gonna try to always put the narrative before the characters look.
Yeah. But like, no, you saw it's like the costumes.
Did it look like a street hooker?
Yeah. Like,
but
Starfire's attire is technically almost street hookers because she has like really revealing clothing in almost all the comics.
Well, but shout out to the street hookers, but Come on, bro.
But it was like to me, like I was telling my brother this. It felt like the series was originally going to be about Nightwing because the costume for Robin is immaculate and it looks really great. It looks really really good. And
remember when Robin had nipples?
that was Batman. Batman and Robin both.
They both had the
was it Batman Forever?
I think it was like the George Clooney one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
It
was cold out now. It was cold outside.
Like every time I watch NCIS Los Angeles, I see Chris O'Donnell and he was the Robin from Batman. And all I think is like
I do. He was our original Batman. I mean, no, original Robin.
I think he was our original like actor for Robin. Our original Batman was awesome.
He never gave up. He never gave up the Robin flag until like when they were actually going to the Christian Bale.
No, well, I'm talking about in live action.
In the live action.
I was gonna say because he did have.
He was like in all of them, and they all changed all the Batmans. It was like Val Kilmer and all that crap.
Well, like I really wish they had used Joseph Gordon-Levitt to play like Nightwing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what the hell
actually
going on.
One of them what's happening with Joseph Gordon-Levitt because he was super popular like 2 years ago or so. And then he just kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
I think he got more. I think everybody kind of went more for their Oscar dramatic roles now. They're trying to win Emmys and Oscars.
He's still a cool dude, though.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt will always have the place in a lot of people's hearts because he's played a lot of like roles growing up. And
you know who's got a place in a lot of people's heart? Scott Johansson.
Oh yeah, I Black Widow. Hey, we can't wait for that.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait for that.
She's supposed to be getting her own movie too, and I think it's supposed to. I hope. I really.
Is it an origin story?
I don't know, but it might be. It might be like a current story that like talks about her origin.
Oh okay.
But like, because what I want to know is because you remember, I think it was like 2 Avengers movies when her and Hawkeye were teaming up. They brought up to Budapest twice, and apparently that's kind of where they met, or like how it was really really bad situation. Like they're comparing the alien invasion to that. I was like, I want to know what happened in Budapest. That's all. That's all I really want to know.
Well, I honestly think if they do go back, it would be probably something that mixes the present and the past. Because I think in those stories, I think in the Avengers story, we don't want to go back to the past and see an origin story because we kind of want to see somebody kind of fix their past.
That's why I'm kind of glad they didn't do an origin story for Spider-Man.
Oh my god!
You know Tom Holland is the perfect Spider-Man.
Oh my god, he is the perfect. I love that dude, man. Keep doing backflips, bro. Do not break an ankle. Like I will cry and pray for you.
Tom Holland is.
And I don't pray. I just want to tell you that I don't pray. Like I'm gonna, if you freaking do something to yourself, holy crap, we will all pitch in to pay for your ankle replacement.
You know the world would, because everybody loves Tom Holland.
Because get your ass back in that gym.
They'll never know. I think I remember hearing the story about how he went to like an actual New York school, and no one knew who he was, and he was just like, he was just a new kid at the school. You know, he's much older than he looks. So he shows up, and they're like, what are you doing here? It's already like halfway through the school year, and he's like, oh, I'm auditioning to be Spider-Man. And he was like, no, you're not. And no one believed that he was.
You faking, dog.
No one believed that he was actually like using this as a way to see how American schools work for Spider-Man. And he was like, and he was like, look at me now.
That is one way to get back at everybody at your school is just end up telling them in the end of the movies, like, what's up with me now, bro? What's up with me now?
You just know that you're like if you were like about to portray something that everybody loves, and not only does he portray somebody that everybody loves and does a great job at it, so whoever he told that to is gonna probably be so butthurt.
Oh my god!
Because these just things like he was telling the truth.
What do you think about them mashing in Venom and him, Venom and Tom Hardy and
well, I mean, I would like to see that, but like for some reason Sony doesn't like putting people together. Like they don't like collaborating with anybody for some reason, and I don't know why Sony does that.
Sony is like so independent. They're like
you would make a lot more money if you would just start collaborating with people.
They got Tom Hardy in there with the guy who did holy crap, he played in this HBO mini series where he murdered some girl and he ended up in jail and he did crack at the end of it. So
I've
let's
never
just
seen this at all.
I don't know what the hell's up with HBO and them with drugs and crack.
Well, that's because HBO. What is it? Is it? Don't they have what's that show? Ballers on there?
Yeah, they got Ballers with The Rock.
The Rock. You know they got to do some drops.
The Rock, I everybody loves The Rock, but on that show, like he's really like off the chain. He's like
I've
just
seen Ballers.
he's just like like he's balling. That's basically the whole thing. Is just to live an extravagant life.
Yeah, I mean, it's just he's having sex with this like lady right before the very important meeting.
I know, dude. That's just like that's HBO for you. Like they just have.
He's just like, yeah, and then her like the dude walks in, her underwear is like on the plant.
Like South Park, I talk about that. Like South Park did a funny joke where they were talking about Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones has these like crazy sex scenes where they're going super serious. Gay sex scene after that.
Well, I mean, that's
it's a gay sex scene because it was two dudes doing it, and it was just like
I'll never
weird.
I never really pay attention to like the sex scenes like in Game of Thrones because it's like never like it's not the most important thing. Like sure, it makes a good plot point.
It's not the only thing that you should pay attention to right after the sex scene and the big huffing and puffing parts are where they talk about either backstabbing somebody.
Yeah, that's kind of how it turns out. I will never forget that scene though, in like I think it was like the first episode or first 2 or 3 episodes where the Stark boy climbed that tower and like the two
were
doing like some weird incest stuff.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he is the most important character in the series. Kid? Yeah, he ended up becoming this important character that you were like, oh, dude's gonna die in like five seasons from now because people are gonna get tired of carrying his ass. Like it's funny to say it because the show prolongs itself as far as the seasons of people walking here and walking there, but we'll get all into that some other time.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Game of Thrones. Because I know because I haven't seen it, but I still want to.
I'm gonna just tell you, just get ready for the biggest ride of your life.
I mean, I've seen Game of Thrones. I just haven't seen this in recent season.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen it before. Like, I saw when Jon Snow came back, and I saw when what's her name?
When Jon Snow came back, they got everybody a little hard. Yeah. Like, because everybody was like, "They killed a man."
Because it was a weird way to to kill him off though. Like,
yeah.
But then again, it's Game of Thrones. You die and then you stay dead, except for Jon Snow.
Yeah, because that's the way. Oh my god, I get pissed off at that show, and I get pissed off at freaking Walking Dead.
I knew you were about to bring that.
I'm so sorry. Everybody is on here. Like, I'm sorry. I get pissed off at that show. Like, I'm like, why you gotta kill off my friends?
Yeah.
Why you gotta kill off the people that I love? We grew up with these people.
I stopped watching Walking Dead for a while, and I only kind of watched it again.
I'm gonna pick up Walking Dead again, just to the fact that I want to see the ending of Rick. That's my dude.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Rick goes out like a gangster. Like,
what did he blow up like a whole tanker?
Yeah. He goes like this, and he's like, "Fuck you," or like he does to Peter Griffin. "You have just been revoked."
They have so he's just gone already. Wow, they got rid of all their characters.
Well, this is for all my Sinful Nation and my Flatneck Nation, or my Sinful 7 buddies and my Black Spade buddies. Like, this is for you guys. This is like they were talking about how AMC already put out three notices or whatever they do that Rick isn't dead. Rick is actually going to come back. And the rumor is that Rick is going to come back as some sort of special forces zombie unit where they take on these big risky missions. And he's the guy that's going to help them or lead them through it.
There was an anime that I remember. Oh, I was talking to Juliana. She started watching Kill la Kill, and
I love that freaking show, bro.
Like I could, I like Kill la Kill. It's just really awkward for like me to watch like by myself, and somebody like kind of walks in mid transformation scene, and you're just like, they're like, how old is she? It's like, I don't want to answer that.
Okay, so that show, Kill la Kill, really is like, I think is one of the best animes, like next to Gurren Lagann, because those go hand to hand. Like those really, like the transformation of her, like she was really, like if you watch her, if you listen to her story, really, she was trying to get some revenge, and she got revenge on her mom.
Yeah. Oh well, well, yes, she did get revenge on her mom. Most of the series was her fighting her, come to find out, sister. Like her sister, like, wow, you realize you were fighting your sister the entire time? No wonder you both.
Well, that's what was pretty cool, because you kind of like it. You kind of figure that, like, I didn't know who this girl was, and she's fighting to get up to the top of the class, and like all these people are just fucking wailing at her.
Like, I'm thinking of that one. I can't remember that one little girl's name. It was like crazy, and every time something like what's the word I want to use? Pervert happened. She was like there at all times. I can't remember her name, but like she would just show up and be like.
What about the time? Like, I really liked the time where her friend in the show kind of like took the mantle of one of the bad guys, and she was wearing their suit, and she was actually putting the work on her. She was beating the crap out of her.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched like Kill la Kill, and like honestly, I kind of like pushed it out of my head. But I think
I don't even know if we remember like half the names. There's so many names.
I think what I was going with was it was like Kill la Kill, but Akame ga Kill. If you haven't seen that, that series. I tell you right now, if you haven't seen it, don't get attached to any character because no one will like. The only people you should get attached to is the main dude, Tatsumi, and then Akame, because she's in the title. Those are the only ones you should probably get attached to, because no one else around them is liable to live.
You guys want to know another good anime that you don't want to ever get attached to any of the characters?
Is that one, Children of Eden?
No, the Battle Royale. Right on. You never watched Battle Royale?
No.
Okay, so like Battle Royale, like, I'm glad nobody ever noticed this one. Battle Royale is on Netflix.
It's an anime?
And it has an anime and a live-action Japanese one. And
I think I've seen the live-action one, but I don't think if it's what I think it is, I may have seen it.
The anime one's very bloody, very gory. They have 2 freaking movies of this for the live-action, and one of them has like a very famous Japanese actor as like that plays the head minister or whatever. So basically, the whole anime is about this class of Japanese students, and apparently they were bad, and they were bad to this one teacher, and the one teacher got a little pissed, and he got a little power in the government, and what he did was he ended up using his power in the government to get revenge on these kids, and he put them all in an island, and he says, you got to survive, and if you try to escape, there's an explosion on your neck that will blow you up. And they have to kill each other.
Oh,
and the last person
just use straight up explosives?
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's Batum, isn't it? Because Batum is like they have like these little bombs, and everybody has a unique bomb. And then
no. This one they have a bomb on them, and then if they run out of the radius of the island, they blow up. So like
Batum has a similar concept.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people take the similar. This is like an old school anime before all this cool craziness. Like there's an anime where there's like Class of the Dead, where like
you mean High School of the Dead?
High School of the Dead, but this is like the Class of the Dead, where they're trying to escape a class, and this weird thing will turn around and then kill them like instantly. What? It was very gory. I don't know why I'm watching stuff like this, but at the same time, Battle Royale was one of the animes where if you haven't watched it, it was very gory because they put a whole class in an island, and they made them literally go after each other, and they made them kill each other. Like the last dude had to kill his girlfriend, and it was like the worst thing ever.
See, you just remind me of Batum, and like they have these little gems in their hands that you have to collect from other players,
Mm-hmm.
and all it was is people. So what it was is if someone didn't like you, or if you did something to somebody or whatever, someone could sign a contract. They get paid to get rid of you. So like somebody will sign a contract with some government agency or some company will come and take care of like say if you like rob somebody of like $500 or something, and you like it was making you so distraught that you wanted them dead. You can sign a contract to this company. They'll pay you to get and to keep you quiet, and you just tell them where you are and where that person is, and they will take that person, kidnap them, and then drop them on an island. They will not know how they got there, and then they will get told you have to fight with bombs to survive. And if you collect like was it like
Oh my
7
God.
or 8 of
That
these
is
things,
crazy.
these little crystal things that they embed into your hands, you collect those from the dead bodies of other players, then you can get on a boat or a chopper and leave. But you're there forever until you do it. There's literally a character in the series who she was in the game before because they do this multiples and they will just drop off like a new set of like spawn players, and she's a woman like they thought she was a ghost. She like cut off her own arm or got her arm blown off or something like that because she was about to her and her husband or fiance or whatever were about to like they're the last two, and he was like we're not going to kill each other. Well, we both need like one more. I'll die for you. And then she was like no. She was like no. And then she's like no. We'll stay here together, I guess, forever. And then he's like yeah. And he straight up lied to her and like blew off her arm. And then she threw her grenade and killed him. And she was just hella distraught. She lost her mind, broke and everything. And like yo, that series is dark because
there's some dark freaking animes out there.
There's a bomb that one dude had where he throws it in the ground, everything around it starts to cave. It starts dying. It's like how are you like you had to just it's like a smoke and everything just starts to die like acid. And it was like, yo, I would not be able to like how I don't even remember how they survived that.
Like there's no survival rate for any regular human being that would go into an anime. Like don't ever fantasize about that. Like,
and it's really weird because like whatever like the little diamonds in their wrist or whatever that they have to collect it also is like a weird like chip. So like if they can detect who killed whom, so you can take the bombs of whoever you killed and use it yourself because they're technically used only for like you get specific bombs made for you until you kill a person and then you can use that person's bomb for any other stuff. And I think the main character had like a regular explosive, and then one of the girls had like a like either
like a cluster bomb or something.
it was like a yeah you can get like a cluster bomb. I forgot one girl just did not have like anything good. She had like a flash grenade. Like that was your escape is your flash grenade.
So like so one of the so let's just why don't we talk about another thing real quick? Like the trailer for the Joker came out with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one.
You don't know how you feel? That looked like a real origin story that everybody's gonna want to watch. That's like origin stories of origins. Like thinking about back when Joker is just a plain old dude and he's just there's no sadistic laugh, there's no nothing. He's just a dude, plain guy,
bad luck,
with just bad luck.
But like they changed, like that's technically Joker in general, but they changed the origin of how he became Joker instead of him just like falling to a vat of like chemicals.
Nah, because I was about to explain this. If you've watched the trailer, if you know anything about Joker, if you're a big Joker fan, everybody knows if you played the Arkham games. There's a part in the Arkham games where you actually go through a series where he's playing this thing called the Red Hood.
Oh, yeah,
that's the original Red Hood. So
yeah, he had like this weird dome thing.
So so basically, that movie is what's going to lead up to him falling into the vat of acid.
Well,
so you're only going to see Batman, just like Zack Snyder. I don't know why the fuck Zack Snyder doesn't incorporate Batman into his movies until like literally the 5 seconds at the end.
Yeah, it's good.
Where he's like, "Oh, step back into you real quick."
Well, as the agent, he just wants to emphasize more of the other characters because you know Batman's such a major character. Anything for longer than like 5 minutes.
See, that's why I like this guy. He always has the other 50% of where I'm going through.
It's like because it's if you put Batman in anything and everybody like kind of like like rides him for like
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Like everyone's like, oh man, Batman is in there, so it's gonna be a Batman movie. Like that's put him in there for 5 minutes. Although what I think they should have did though for Suicide Squad was they should have did it directly like how they did that animated movie where it was the Suicide Squad like had Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and all them. They could have did that way, but Batman was in there. But Batman was like the villain because they were trying to escape him and like the Joker. Like they had the Joker in Suicide Squad, and everybody thought he was the real villain. It couldn't find out was Enchantress.
yeah.
And the movie, I was like, really? Enchantress is your real villain?
Enchantress is
Like it would have been scary. Like if they had just made it kind of like a scary movie instead of trying to make it like I get making it fun, but kind of make it a little bit scary. Have the Joker like hunting them down to get to Harley, and Harley doesn't want to be there, but they still have a job to do with Amanda Waller, or else they blow up. So they kind of have like three different things they're trying to avoid. Like they gotta find whatever the item is. Like in the animated movie, they gotta look for a Riddler and get him. And then they're trying to avoid the Joker because Harley. This movie came out right around the time when everybody realized the Joker was an abusive asshole, and so Harley ends up like leaving him, and then she tries to shoot him in his prison cell. So she grabs one of the guard's guns, still handcuffed, and like grabs his gun, put it through one of the holes, and starts shooting his cage, and is like ends up like accidentally releasing him later on because he sees it and he breaks out of prison, and then like out of his little Supermax thing, and then like after hearing about that, Batman shows up, and like you got the Suicide Squad trying to find Riddler, avoid Joker, and avoid Batman. And
that is like the worst mission ever. Like, I don't even want to play that on Arkham Asylum. Like, don't put me in that situation.
and like it was kind of messed up too, because Batman was smart about it. Because he and there's a point where there's a character named Black Spider. Him and Black Spider got into a fight, and Batman got his like beat up really badly, and him and Black Spider, because Black Spider's a good fighter, and then like there's a point where like it just kind of shuts off, and then like he does like a whole couple scenes before that, and then they're like looking for Black Spider through the comms, and he's like I'm okay, but you can't really see his whole body, and you realize Black Spider is in Batman's costume, and Batman is in Black Spider's costume, so when Black Spider meets up with them, and Metal Water goes to blow his head off, it blew off the wrong person's head. It wasn't even Batman. It wasn't even.
What a good.
It was Black Spider, because Batman went to like a whole different location, and so like she thought, oh, he's trying to leave, so kill him, and blew his head off, and realized, oh, he's not dead. That's Batman in the costume. And like it had like Killer Frost in there. Like Killer Frost, they used her like nudity a lot. Like it wasn't really like they showed anything. They used her body for like to pretend to be a corpse to get inside. Yeah. And then, like she used like this scene where like these guards come in, and there's like a pool of like these like different things of water, and like these guards come in, and they're like, what are you doing here? And then she turns around, and then she's like, oh hey, and then she's like half naked, and then these guards are like, hey, it's Killer Frost, and then Harley Quinn is like there too. I think she's also doing the same, and then like they move out of the way, and Killer Croc comes out of the water and just grabs him into the water, and just like,
see, that's that cool shit. That's cool as hell. Like, when are they gonna incorporate?
They should have did that.
Like the cool ass combo move, kick ass moves, and
like
stuff.
they try to make their Suicide Squad movie, the live action movie, like too much of like a weird mercenary group that we're just kind of put together.
That's. I mean, that's basically what they have to do, because there's no way else that they can do those acrobatic kills.
Another movie I think they should have copied, the word action scene to action scene, was Justice League War, when they're doing Justice League movie. Because Justice League War, have you seen that? It's real. It's like it does a really good job of like already having these characters as established heroes, and then you put them, like there's a point where Darkseid shows up, and Green Lantern is like, I got this, and he goes to try to fight Darkseid, and Darkseid like grabs his arm, breaks it, throws him, and then as he throws him on the ground, his little parademons come and just start beating him up randomly. It's hilarious.
Like, jump his ass.
That's literally what it looked like. They were just jumping out.
So basically, all these origin stories, or all these stories about like Suicide Squad, like the Joker's finally getting something that you guys are gonna literally see, like him go from poor dude to see him go why he's going a little crazy. And this is, I just want to say that this is probably going to be one of those scenes where it's gonna be Falcone still owns Gotham,
or half part, like 90% of it.
Yeah, like he owns 90% of Gotham.
While the Waynes still kind of own. Actually, no, the Waynes own most of it, but he owns the 90% of the.
Well, he owns the back, like the bad guys. Yeah, he's the underworld guy. So Falcone, so it's heavily mobbed up.
Yeah.
And the Joker's gonna go ahead and he's gonna do his. He's gonna try to be a good person, but
it doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out, and then you're gonna see these assholes kind of beat him up, and he's gonna have a rough ride of it.
Doesn't the trailer show him get like robbed by kids?
Yeah, he gets his like he's trying to be happy and go lucky, and then they take his sign and they beat the crap out of him.
They take his money that he had from like little, I think it was like in a hat or something. And he's like, stop doing it.
Joaquin Phoenix.
He like knocked out.
Joaquin Phoenix had a laugh on that really like made me cringe a little bit.
No, it's not really a good cringe unless you compare it to Jared Leto's laugh.
He's like, I was like, no, this shit's like.
Yeah, he has a good laugh, but I feel like who had the best laugh like for a Joker villain?
Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill, no matter what.
They need to do Mark Hamill's laugh, like just dub over it.
Yeah, like just dub over. Just like where's the sound effect button?
Like Mark Hamill does a great joke. He's you wouldn't think that the guy playing Luke Skywalker was the Joker.
Dude, that man played he has all the best voices. Like he plays like a lot of characters that you really don't think. Mark Hamill kind of does a lot of good voiceovers for him.
Yeah, like him as the Joker is always him. He's going to be synonymous as both Joker and Luke. There's no
yeah.
Then they have what's his name? Why am I drawing a blank? I know I have his face in my head, but the voice of Batman.
Adam West.
Not that way. The other guy from the animated series. Please tell me who they are if you guys can remember.
Yeah, if you guys know who Batman is, I'm from the animated series.
I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank, and I feel like such.
Yeah, we've drawn blanks. Like we're shooting blanks all day. we have a replica gun.
Yeah,
of blanks all day today. Like we don't even know characters from animes anymore. This
my god,
this is like growing old, like the worst style. You're still young, but you're growing old. But I'm saying like. The Joker that you're gonna see, obviously Joaquin Phoenix is being really fucking jumping into some shoes that are really kind of been filled.
Yeah.
And he's like overpouring the fucking shoes and stuff.
He's got to fix the he not really fix, but he's got to he is kind of have to fix the way Joker was portrayed from Suicide Squad. Like it was hard for Jared Leto to portray Joker.
Jared Leto kind of fucking creeped me out a little bit because he's over there sitting there in like a design knife gun thing, and then and I'm sitting there just like, come on, bro, like Joker can't be laughing that much.
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of how Joker is. He's constantly laughing because he huffs his own Joker venom like it's nothing.
Yeah, but I didn't even see him huff nothing. I wasn't even see him huffing a freaking handkerchief.
He had grills, bro.
He had grill. He was literally gangster number one.
Which I don't hate because it was unique. Because he was a unique version of him. Because like how everybody says, like there's a unique version of Joker everywhere you are. Everywhere you are, like
yeah. And I like the reason why I was like I'm trying to finish this is just like the Joker that you're about to see is going to be the Joker that probably really is going to be like Zack Snyder's Joker that's going to come out. So there's always different versions of these characters that you're going to see because I think they're going to do the temporal dimension shit.
But so like a lot of people notice that the Joker starts off young when he becomes the Joker. But Joaquin Phoenix is definitely not a young man.
Nah,
he starts off like Joker.
I think it's what he jumps into is literally the Lazarus pit. The Lazarus pit.
It's like something like a weird chemical mixture of the Lazarus pit. Because the Lazarus pit does mess with your mind too, unless you like Ra's al Ghul, who has really good control over his mind.
Yeah, because remember, like
Red Hood,
even like how many times did Ra's al Ghul go into the Lazarus pit? And
a lot.
He lost his mind basically.
He still kept it intact. He just saw the world differently.
Yeah, and then. Like I said, once he went into that Lazarus pit and he was in a state of, he was a clown, and his mind was like, obviously, I'm gonna keep smiling, So that's where your clown was born. You know, he was wearing his suit, he was wearing his red hood, and he was running from the mob guys, and that's how he dropped into the thing.
Well, yeah. Well, he tripped over his own cape from running from Batman.
That was true.
He tripped over his own cape.
He did trip over his own cape because he was trying to run, but
It was like
it was his fault.
It's like
okay, Batman. It was his fault.
Like he sees Batman all the time, which is why he's obsessed with him because he sees the way Batman looked to him before he fell in, like as a terrifying creature.
Mm-hmm.
And so he sees that, and he's so obsessed with Batman now. But it's like I think the person who has it the worst though is Scarecrow because he can never see Batman or Robin as normal people. He can't see them as like He sees them as demons. Weird, like crazy demons, and he's always afraid of them.
It's just like a weird, crazy Robin, a bird.
He looks like a weird demon bird. Like in his head, he just looks like a red, green, and yellow with a little black bird demon, and Batman just looks like a weird like
Batman. I got Scarecrow. I like what they did with Scarecrow. At least he was like a therapist gone awry. I think they did a really good job of Bane. Bane being the ultimate bad guy, which I think, as far as them doing another reprisal of Bane, they're going to have to do either him as the mercenary, where he comes in and he's destroying stuff, or him as the Lazarus Pit Venom Bane, where he gets it into his muscles and it jacks him up.
Yeah, I didn't like the Bane they had from the last movie because he didn't use.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless him.
They didn't use the Venom from in that last movie of the Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah.
They didn't. He was just a guy who needed a breathing mask. Yeah. He was just big.
I didn't understand.
Nor did he wear an actual like. He wasn't even like Latino like he should have been.
Like, yeah, he was supposed to be Spanish, a Spaniard mercenary.
Yeah, and he was definitely British.
Yeah, he was definitely, like, he had that heavy side. Oh, you're not going to fuck with me.
Bring me.
He's like,
the Batman.
Batman. You are weak.
Yeah. With 21 Savage.
Like, yo, like, when he was beating up Batman, okay. That was a great scene. That was like
they broke his back. I liked that they did.
It was the best hand-to-hand combat scene I've ever seen in a movie because it showed a lot of training. It showed just how Matt Hardy was just, or what was it? Tom Hardy like is a badass.
Only thing I didn't like about that Batman from the Dark Knight series is he wasn't like a flexible fighter. Like he would jump around, kick and punch, and he was more like a brawler. It felt like he was just brawling everybody.
Yeah, he was just like fist, like he was boxing the shit out.
Yeah, it was almost like he was doing Aikido, where he was like he would just kick people's legs down.
I thought he did some sort of judo crap. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
he did, but it just felt like. But I felt like all he did was really punch things. Like that was really all his thing.
That's where this conversation needs to go to now is. Is the next Batman either going to use his gadgets, do some judo, or what are they going to concentrate on next?
What's his name?
They need to bring out an all-around Batman.
Like, well, yeah, because Ben Affleck could have been there, but like he was. What's the word? Was people like hating on his Batman for some reason?
He just hated on the suit. It was hated on the suit because the suit
had that weird goggle. Yeah, it was just the first suit. Like the suit and Batman and what's the Justice League wasn't bad.
Let me tell you though,
until like after he got rid of the
Batman is just like Iron Man. He had too many suits. It kind of goes hand in hand.
Batman kind of needs those though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so there's so many suits. What is he gonna wear? It's just like wearing like one of those little tailor fabric suits. Like, oh, I don't know what to wear today. Should I be Aqua Batman?
They should have definitely made his suit a little more protected.
Yeah,
but it needed to make it so that, like I actually like that they made him like they copied the Batman versus Superman animated movie where he like dodged like explosion and he used like the grappling hook and it's like it blew up. And he did the exact scene from there.
I really liked at least when he was going to save Martha that, and everybody's gonna make fun of him, but he was using his
He
gadgets
was
to
using his
beat the
gadgets.
crap. That's Batman. That is 100% Batman. He uses that what we called what Liam Neeson is like ninjutsu or whatever.
Yeah.
Where he uses the power of deception with the explosions and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's Batman 100%.
And it made sense that like instead of like just telling Batman, well, actually, no, what it didn't make sense was instead of telling like the Superman was trying to talk to him about like Martha, why he didn't just say something.
He's like, my mom's getting kidnapped. Can you help her out there, bud?
It was weird because Lex Luthor's whole plan was based off like of Superman listening to him. Like,
yeah, that didn't make
it didn't make sense.
Lex Luthor needs to go back to the drawing board.
Like what made him think that Superman wouldn't just tell Batman like what was going on and they would just work together?
It's just, what type of the plot was kind of weird. Like, why are you trying to pit me against this dude? I don't even know him. I'm like, you want me to duke it out with this guy?
Well, I did like they had really good chemistry. Ben Affleck and what's his name?
Henry Cavill.
They really had
and the only reason why I know that is because I just watched Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. That's my first thought. What other movie was he in? Was like Fallout?
Yeah, he was a bad guy. We won't get into that. Like he's pretty good though.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, did you hear about how he almost didn't become Superman?
What?
Henry Cavill almost didn't become Superman because he was playing I think it was Call of Duty, and he kept ignoring his phone calls.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 times they called him.
Yeah.
And he finally picked up, and his agent was like, "Yeah, you got the part for Superman."
I did.
He almost didn't. He's sitting there.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
He legit said he was gaming, and he just ignored his phone.
He's like, bro, I'm in the freaking town, bro, and I'm getting fire squad on.
I was like, oh man, you almost missed out on the chance to be Superman. And he's actually not a bad Superman. I just still wish they gave him the escrow thing that he didn't have.
He's like, I almost had a nuke, and you messed it up, Superman. He's like, I almost had my prestige mode.
So I think we were talking about Avengers Endgame earlier.
We were talking about the Infinity War.
Oh yeah,
I rewatched Infinity War this past weekend, and I came up to a spot, and I was talking to this, like we were on the car ride up here, and I was talking to Brian about the part where Thanos like clicked his finger, and he sees Gamora in this like reality. Like everybody's saying it's the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Because
he threw her in there. He realized she's the only person in there.
You know what my other theory is? You know what I really think is like a little bit of his soul kind of went in there.
Yeah. I mean, he did say you sacrifice something. You have to sacrifice something.
Yeah, so I think he sacrificed a bit of his soul and her soul.
Yeah, well, he threw her entire soul in there.
Like, he threw her, like, there was no...
He Lion Kinged her ass in there.
We were talking about, like, we were in the car, and he was just like, yeah, nah, he Mufasa.
He definitely Mufasa.
He Mufasa the shit out.
The only difference was he cried tears, and Scar was just...
That was such the fakest tear. That was like... that was like if I threw a piece of like litter on the ground and a Native American saw it, and it just like it just cried, and I'd have been mad. I gotta have been like, damn, bro, I gotta go pick that up.
Apparently it worked because if he didn't really feel that way, the Soul Stone wouldn't have went to him.
Yeah, he was a douche.
He would just threw his daughter off.
What a douche! Like I would
was that really worth it though?
I was like, Thanos, that is not. You don't need to go that far.
It's like if you think about it, he said he wanted to make the universe better by getting rid of half the universe's population. Why didn't he just make the universe bigger?
And can we let me tell you something?
I know a lot of people are going to bitch about that, but
Thanos is what we kind of think about as like everything wrapped up
morally ambiguous.
Morally for everybody. Is Thanos is like the culmination of how they all kind of like they're all going to start thinking about like all the wrongs that they did towards each other, especially in Civil War.
Yes, but because you've seen, if you haven't seen the trailer for the new Endgame where it talks about when Tony walks up and him and Cap are walking together, and Tony goes, "Do you trust me?" And Tony just gives him a look like, "Yeah," like. You kind of have to start trusting each other again.
And I'm telling you, like Tony will have to put down everything, his pride, his like, hey, I would thought I was the toughest, baddest dude in the galaxy, but I guess, privatizing peace wasn't the best idea, because at the end of the day, you saw what happened in Wakanda. You saw what happened in Titan.
It was weird because if you think about it, Civil War, it felt like ever since Civil War, it kind of felt like Tony blamed like Cap. Well, he blamed Bucky, but he also kind of felt like he blamed Cap for like his parents' death, because he was just like, you don't deserve that shield.
Yeah, man, at the same time, I think the valid reason why he was blaming Captain, it was because like, yo, we just been through an alien war together, and now
and a
you're
giant robot, evil robot
and an evil robot that almost tried to fucking obliterate me or obliterate the whole world, and now you're taking a guy's side who practically assassinated my father. And
he's like, yeah, but that's my best friend. He was brainwashed. Like, I understand both sides, but I'd probably stick with Cap's side, because he didn't really have control over who he was. You get told these weird combination of words, and then you do it, and you do whatever they tell you.
And it was really hazy. Like that's why I think Captain America's story is kind of very important to the future of Avengers, as especially when you're talking about where he goes in and he's saying like, yo, I see I was a part of this testing. Well, how much more testing happened?
Yeah.
Because like it seems that Bucky was an assassin. The
government.
Tony's dad was doing some experiments.
Yeah, because in the comics, they kept with they tried to remake the super soldier serum, and they used like black people to do it. So they used. In the older comics, Captain America had like a new partner named Patriot. He was like a black kid from like Harlem, I think, and his grandfather was who was one of the few people they experimented on who didn't die from the experimentations to become like the new Captain America. And like the only thing is, they did it when he was like at a young age. And so his mind was still kind of like a child or a
Jesus
kid,
Christ.
but he's still his body's still aged. But he did have the actual super strength of the super soldier serum. It just side effect was his brain didn't really like it didn't start aging.
Yeah.
So like
Jesus,
they kind of had that thing going on until and then his grandson got like injured, and then he got a like blood transfusion, and then he got the actual power because the kid was using drugs. Like get super strength and stuff. So he was like,
so you want to talk? You want to go into X-Men?
Oh. We want to talk about the X-Men, because I know there's a lot to talk about with the X-Men, because that Phoenix trailer
that looks so freaking beautiful. that was the culmination of my life. I love X-Men ever since I was a kid. And let me tell you a little backstory about me. Is when I went to watch X-Men 1, I watched X-Men 1 in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watched that liquidy guy go into liquid, I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? I was just sitting there, I was just like, what where's the story going? So I watched X1, X2, X3. I watched the First Class, the Apocalypse. And I'm gonna watch this Dark Phoenix one. And I watched the Apocalypse one with my brothers. My brothers were like, yo, this freaking thing is cool.
Yeah.
And we went to watch Logan too, and they fucking loved Logan.
A lot of people love Logan. Well, I know a lot of like one of my friends. When we went and saw it, she cried like because the end, Wolverine dying. Yeah,
because damn, I was about to do a thug tear. I was about to pull out a thug tear for everyone, because that dude. If anybody knows, Hugh Jackman like plays a part in your heart where it's just like, come on, bro. Like that was Logan. Like that's no way you can represent nobody else Logan like that.
It's like people like ugly cry, because a lot of people like, no matter who it was, like they hit him with most of the girls I've asked, they were like, did you cry during Avengers was against the Avengers movie, in the recent Avengers movie? And they're like, yeah, I cried. And then like a text later, like it was an ugly cry.
I think this new, like, how they're doing it now, I think really is good, because they fixed up their past.
Yeah.
And they and I think them kind of collating the past movies with this kind of really, really, really did good. Like they're really kind of putting it on a track where they're bringing in the younger generation of actors in and mixing them with the old school. Like now they got freaking what was it, Sir Patrick.
I know you're talking about, sir.
Yeah, Professor Xavier and James McAvoy.
Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. Yeah. I think he really does a great job as Professor X. I hope he doesn't go anywhere. At the same time, James McAvoy does a great job. Put a ball cap on that dude and get him on his way.
Yeah.
But at the...
You know what I hate when people say about Professor X? Like, if he can move things with his mind, why doesn't he just move his legs? It's like it's something more than just moving his legs. It's like a thing in his own mind that he can't do it. So, yeah.
But Professor X, like, basically, they dubbed him, like, a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, because he can control. You saw what he did. He couldn't control, like, 50 people's mind in like one area, bro.
Dude, what's crazy? It was insane. But I like this new one. This new season, this new one is like really gonna dive into Jean's psychic ability and her darkness of her psychic ability.
Psychic fire that she has.
Yeah, that like Phoenix that. Force. If anybody,
I hope they do the Phoenix Force thing because that means you can see when she dubs people with the power of the Phoenix Force, like she did Cyclops. It's like Cyclops became a monster. Dude,
Cyclops kills people.
Yeah,
he's gonna end up being the bad guy.
And the thing is, too, he didn't care. Like even when he got the power out of him, he was like, that was still kind of mean.
You know, he's the reason why Logan comes back in the future.
Yeah,
because he needs Logan. Apparently, there's something that they need Logan to do, and he's the only one that can do it because he's obviously. Let me tell you just right now, Logan will never die. Even though he looked like he died,
he's got cosmic powers.
He has cosmic life. Like he can come back, and they'll give him a pill.
He got encased in adamantium.
Yeah,
and supposedly suffocated in there, and he's still alive.
Yeah, he's supposed to come back, and I don't think he's gonna come back as Hugh Jackman. I hope they find a good actor, and I hope they're gonna prize him his like his animanium, like they're gonna give him new ones, and it's not gonna be animanium. It's gonna be something even like less radiology, like there's less nuclear stuff in his body that's not gonna poison him.
Well, I mean, his body fights and regenerates it anyway. Yeah. It's like with Deadpool. Like the reason why Deadpool still looks like a burnt like tomato is because like.
They're gonna give him a new. Basically, what it was a new version of the animanium with less of the radiation, and his fucking knives are gonna be like a little sharper and a little pointier. Which I hope that's the one because that's the dude that really like puts the killing back into.
Like, if you think about it, it still took that poison in his body a long time,
dude. Yeah,
to kill him because he's been alive apparently for longer than most. Yeah, even almost more than Professor X. I think he might have been.
I hope they even go into like what happened in Westchester.
What I want them to do is know how they have the Infinity Gauntlet.
Hey, comment if you guys know what the Westchester incident was.
Yeah,
that's a good one. They should comment on.
That was like the prelude to Civil War.
Yeah, that was because like apparently there's a trickster afoot right now between the Avengers and the X-Men, and if you can name that trickster, then you probably know who's pulling the strings behind everything right now.
There's a comic that came out like near the end of last year, where it was like Gamora killed Thanos, got the Infinity Gauntlet. And was going to do the same thing as him instead of erasing half the population, she merged the population together, so two people were one, and it created like one of my favorite versions of like Spider-Man and Arachnite. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's Moon Knight and Spider-Man fused together. Oh, he's such a beast. And then they have
there's these like crazy fucking fuses that happen sometimes.
They fused Thor and Iron Man together to make him Iron Hammer.
I feel like Stan Lee did LSD at one point in his life and was like, you know what? Start putting dimensions in this bitch.
You're blaspheming the geek gods.
No, he's not. Hell no. I'm giving him some cred, bro. I'm giving some street cred. At this point, he's getting street cred. like Stanley would always go down as like the best storyteller because you can put that
Oh, and Jack Kirby, you gotta put Jack Kirby.
and Jack Kirby, obviously those two guys put together some of the best like animated characters in the world, like that are world renowned now.
Well, it's getting to be a pretty big long video, so we're gonna
we're
gonna cut it here because we still have the first half recorded. So where can we find you and I?
You can find us at Geeks and Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on Mixer and Twitter, and I'm going to be having an Instagram soon. I'll let everybody know. Like I'm still procrastinating. I'll put one up, but you can find me on Mixer and Twitter at EvilMonkey11107. And Brian, obviously, you can find him at Geeks and
You
Rebels.
can find me at Geeks and Rebel, and then you can also find me at StormLeo285 on Instagram and on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook too. You can follow us on our Facebook channel, or our Facebook page actually, and at Geeks and Rebel, and it's the one that has the GR because I think there's a second one out there that I made and I didn't do anything with it. So like I gotta.
It's the Guns N' Roses.
It's so you can just follow us there. All the guys watching, please like, subscribe to the video.
Like and subscribe. We really want those to.
Yeah, we're trying to get that plaque that they.
Yeah, give us like we're trying to hit 100.
Yeah.
Once we hit 100, we may send something out to you.
Yeah, like I've been trying to tell people, like if like the more subscribers we have, we can like make shirts and then we can send it out. So get subscribe and like maybe around 1,000, we'll send you a little some. Oh, it's gotta be a little lower than that. we gotta at least start. We gotta start small. Then
okay, yeah.
We got
50. We'll send you like a gift card to like Starbucks.
Yeah. We'll send you like a postcard or like we'll try to make some shirts. We hit 50. I'll like, and you guys can like get us like if there's a lot of people that actually like suggest who or tell us who suggested them to there, we'll give that person like a shirt or whatever.
Yeah, we'll definitely go out and probably give you a shirt.
Yeah, we'll make a shirt that has like a black shirt.
And we'll sign it. Logo. I guess we'll sign it for you. I don't know. What do you want us to do? You can comment saying, "Hey, we want you to sign."
Also, send us some like questions you want us to ask because that actually think that'd be kind of cool. You guys.
Yeah, keep us busy trying to ask.
Yeah.
I always put down talking stuff. So
yeah.
Definitely send us some comments, like our page, subscribe to us. Shout out to Cake Eater, you ugly son of a bitch. Nah, I'm fucking with him. I love you, dude. You're that's my Texas buddy. I wanted to say shout out to him. He was he definitely broke a TV this week, and we were joking around a little bit with him, so it was funny. But clean your room, bro.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later. We'll see you. Bye.
All right, bros.